right, so we're going to venture on to the back of this beautiful paper when we're breaking down rates and unit rates. If you look at the first one up here, it says after 3.5 hours, Pasha has traveled 217 miles. If she travels at a constant speed, how far would she travel in 5 hours? So once again, I highlighted the hours together in the same color, and then I did 217 in orange. So I know that I'm comparing two different things. So I did miles over hours. So I have 217 over 3.5. That is a rate because you have two different things. My goal is to first change it into a unit rate. So changing it into a unit rate, I'm going to change the hour into a 1. So to do that, I know I have to divide by 3.5. So I put 217 inside the house. You can't have a decimal on the outside, so I moved over Mr. Decimal, which means I also had to move it over here. Then you have 3 times 6 gives you 210. And then I subtracted that, got a 7, brought down the 0. 35 times 2 gives me 70. So I know that I can travel 60, or Pasha can travel 62 miles in 1 hour. But my goal is to travel for 5 hours. So then I extended it, and I know that 1 times 5 is 5. And whatever I do to the hours, I also have to do to the miles. So then I did 62 times 5, which gave me the 310. Now, the next one, it says that Ben can type 153 words in 3 minutes. At this rate, how many words can he type in 10 minutes? Okay, so I'm going to highlight how many words because that's my goal. That's what I'm looking for. So the first thing I need to understand is I'm going to do words over minutes. You could do minutes over words as well. Either way works. I made sure I have 153, and then I have my minutes is 3. This is a rate. This one is a rate, and I need to change it to a unit rate. So to get from 3 to 1, I divide by 3. So since I'm dividing by 3 here, whatever I do to the minutes, I also have to do to the words. So I'm going to do 153 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 15 5 times. Okay, then 3 goes into 1. 3 goes into 3 one time. So this person can type 51 words in 1 minute. But if you go back to the question, it says how many words can he type in 10 minutes. So you have to change your denominator now to a 10. So I have 51 over 1. My goal is to change the minutes to a 10. To get from 1 to 10, you multiply by 10. Whatever you do to the minutes, you also have to do to the words. So I'm going to do 51 times 10. So basically, I could just do 51 times 1, which gives me 51, and then I add the 0. So this person can type 510 words in 10 minutes. I don't even think I can do that. So hooray for Ben. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Kenji. Okay, so Kenji buys 3 yards of fabric. So I'm going to highlight the 3 yards, and then that costs that person $7.47. He then realizes he needs 2 more yards. How much will that cost? So I'm going to have yards over money. So I have yards over money. Okay, he bought 3 yards, so I'm going to put a 3 at the top, and then I have $7.47 for that. Now, this is a rate. On this one, I'm going to show how you can take a rate and then change it into another rate. So I have my equal sign. The goal is to get 2 more yards. Well, if I'm at 3 yards and I add 2 yards to it, 3 plus 2 gives me 5. So my goal is to get 5 yards. But I don't know what that price is. So on this type, when you're doing it this way, instead of going from rate to a unit rate, you're going from rate to rate. And what you're going to do is you're going to set up an equation by cross products. So you're going to multiply across. So I have 3x equals, and then I'm going to do $7.47 times 5. So I got 747 times 5. So 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 4 is 20, 23. And then 5 times 7 is 35. 35 plus 2 is 37. So it costs $37.35. And now I'm going to divide by 3. divide by 3. Okay, so I'm going to put 37.5 inside the house, and I'm going to put 3 on the outside. Okay, so that goes 12 times, which gives you a 36. Bring down the 3. That goes 4 times. And then that would give me 5 times. So, you know, for the 5 yards of fabric, it's going to cost $12.45. Okay, so on the so on Pasha and on Ben, what I did is I set up a rate. I changed that rate to a unit rate, and then I took that unit rate and I made another rate. Okay, on this one about the yards and the money, what I did here is I took a rate and I changed it to another rate, and then I set up an equation. So I cross multiplied to give me 3x equals 37.5, and then this is just like we did in unit 2. The opposite of multiplication is division, so you divide. Okay, so it's only day 1, so no worries, and we'll go into it more next week on Tuesday. Hope this video is a little helpful. Bye, guys.